Hey y'all. I hope everybody is having a wonderfully wonderful Saturday evening. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe if you watch this in the replay. Um, I'm gonna wait for people to get in the room, so I'm not gonna talk about that. Um, I had a good conversation with Nick today. We were talking about this show called Euphoria. Hello, whoever's in here. We're talking about the show called Euphoria that's on HBO. I've never seen it. I have actually seen some people comment that it is grossly inappropriate. Um, hey Gwen, it glamorizes things that you shouldn't with kids. I haven't seen it though, so. But that started me and Nick talking. So anything that can get me and him talking about something other than, hey Dina, other than bullshit is fine. But the topic is when co-parenting affects others. Hey Magdalene, hey Miss Tales the Truth, hey everybody. And when I say that I'm when co-parenting affects the grandparents and the two families on each side of co-parenting. Because even though you have a mutual child, that doesn't mean you have a together family. Sometimes you have a child and then two families. So when co-parenting affects others. So, hey Brenda, what's up, my bomb squad? Happy Saturday evening. I am here alone because today is Charles's birthday. So everybody with my son-in-law, happy birthday. Um, he's in the 30. What is it? Flirty 30? What is it? 30? What is 30? 30 still kind of young, so he's in the 30 club. They out eating and having a good time. Me and Nick at the house. I was the last one that had a COVID, so I'm not gonna go in the public. It's been about a week since I've been asymptomatic, but just in case. I got other issues on So I'm gonna give you a scenario and I really would like feedback on it. So one grandparent is watching the grandbaby. And they playing and doing play stuff and everything. Dirty 30, that's what it is. Okay, Dirty 30. All right. Um, he's a part of Dirty 30 Club. He's 36, I think. I figure, I forget birthdays. Anyway, so imagine, if you will, you're the grandmother, your son has a baby with somebody, and you're babysitting the baby, and y'all are playing around. And when daddy comes home, hey Carolyn, the baby says, Grandma hit me. And Grandmama didn't hit her, and she was playing. But imagine, if you will, if she had went to her mother and said that. What do you think would happen? What if you were the grandmother or the mother and your baby came home and said, well, Grandmama hit me? What would you say? How would you react? I mean, my thing is this. Some parents spank, some parents don't spank. I got my hand popped, I got my thighs popped when I was little. Nothing major, no beating, no belts, no whoop, just pop pop. And a lot of times you say pop pop and you hit the table and you swear you done killed them. When my sister was a baby, well, that's a long time ago. My sister was a baby. If you told her no, she would just bawl, just cry, like you punched her in the eyeball. Um, and then the grandmama said, I'm not babysitting you no more. Hey, Phyllis. I know, right? It's always something. I mean, I was doing, oh, I'd be so upset. Don't touch my children. But, Miss Karen, have you popped? Hey, Mika, have you pop out them thighs or pop out them lips because they was talking some more or doing something? The thing is, what is the threshold? Hey, just the line. Hey, 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 hey. So, what is the criteria? What is the threshold? What is the. Because, see, when me and Nick's baby come to me, and I ain't hit the baby, but the baby said I hit him trying to get me in trouble with the daddy. I'm like, and I used to hit your daddy too. See, that's me. Um, so what do we do? What do we do, fam? What do we do? What do we do about it? What do we do when our grandbaby comes and says, Grandma Susie hit me or Grandpa popped? What do we say? What do we do? Do we get mad? What do we do, y'all? I don't know. I don't know. And what if the child is playing and the other parents take it a certain way? What do we do? As I said, I do not have children, but if I did, I would not hit my child. And if someone did, hell on earth. Okay, I'm with that. It depends on what the child did. I'm okay with this one, not abuse. This is true. And actually, the child did not get hit. The child does not get pop out. The child gets talked to, and the child thinks that talking to is equivalent to abuse. So, because they spoiled, much like the animals in this house, much like Nick, they think that talking to is the equivalent of traumatic abuse. You fuss at me. You look. Go away. Go away. But there are people who do pop pops. Okay, Karen. There are people that do pop pops. And Nick has been pop popped. He had some juicy thighs growing up. Want to get in Walmart, snatching stuff off the shelves as we rolled by in the buggy. And he would get that hand pop out. He would hit me, I would hit him back. But I guess I'm his mom. I don't have any grandbabies yet. I don't hit Bentley. So I push Bentley back because Bentley has gotten into now. Bentley is very y'all know Jax is the more outgoing of the two. So Jax just walk up on you like Debo, like, you know. Like he in life, you gonna eat that cornbread. But Bentley didn't used to do that. Bentley used to just stand over there and, take time and figure stuff out. Now Bentley been bouncing up on me like he love Debo. Stop pushing back. So I don't. Here's the thing. I was talking to Nick, then we were talking, and I grew up being spanked. I grew up getting my ass beat. Whatever was in their hand, extension cord, house shoe, wooden spoon, switch out the garden. My grandmama had went because now I was taller than my grandma, so she had went out and bought a dowel from like Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever it's called at the time. I don't know. I think it was just the hometown. My brain got stuck. What is it? Home improvement store. She come back with this. She said, "Cause you break what you call it. I break yardsticks. Them little yardsticks was nothing. She hit me with a yardstick, and I'll be like, and it wasn't because I was super fat. I was a chubby kid, but I wasn't like I am now. I was just, and I wasn't particularly muscular. I wasn't lifting no weights, but it was just, I was born in New York, y'all, but I was raised in the country, so I was a country girl. So you gonna hit me, and we be outside beating ourselves against the ground. But Nick growing up, I let him know there were consequences to his actions. If he hit me, I hit him. If he bit me, I bit him. If he pulled my hair, I pulled. He didn't have like 3 strands, so I catch one good strand and pull it a little bit, and then, hey Raymond, and then we go on about our business. He would ask me to spank stuff that hit him, like he bounced his head off the side of a chair one time, and he said, "Mama, pop, pop," because it hurt me. Pop, pop, pops. I used to have to pop inanimate objects because he said they was hurting him. But as he got older and he could understand, and I needed him to understand what he was doing, so I didn't. But I don't fault no parent. Raise your babies. Hey, Shamita. Raise your babies. As long as you're not abusing your kids, whatever works for you works for you. I am a survivor of child abuse by my adopted mother, and I'm not writing a book, a tell-all book about. Okay, okay, I would really read that. So let me know when you get it out. Um, I do think that I'll be 55. I said that out loud. Oh Jesus! I'll be 55 on my birthday. On my next birthday, I'll be 55. And, and I grew up in an era where we got our ass beat. Now, do I think that some parents took it a little too far? Now that I'm an adult, hey, now that I'm an adult and I look back and I see, yes. I think that in an effort for us to be punished like they were punished, because understand, now y'all think this is crazy and nobody really likes to talk about it, but think about it. My grandparents' parents, yes, my grandpa, my great great grandmother was a slave, so they were taught that discipline. They were taught discipline at the end of a whip and at the end of whatever somebody could put their hands on them with. So when they disciplined their children, a lot of times they did it that way. So we were coming off of parents who were disciplined with with what would be considered abuse. Because the stuff we went through going to school with tic tac marks on your legs, looking like you can play tic tac because you messed around and got the right switch, and they lit them little legs up, that would be considered abuse today. Kids would be taken out of the home. So gradually things have changed. But some people still adhere to the spare the rod, spoil the child. And I'm not going to get into the Bible and what it says about doing to your kids because there's a lot. But as Nick got older and I was able to talk to him, I just wasn't. I didn't want to hit him. Take his stuff, make sure he understand what he was doing, but I didn't want to hit him. Uh, Thank you, Brenda. Um, but when you're co-parenting, when your child has a child with somebody else, and the two are not together, and it is two separate families parenting one child, when does co-parenting affect the others, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins? When does co-parenting affect them? I don't have that. I cannot begin to tell you what it's like to co-parent because I don't. I don't co-parent. I'm his mama and daddy, and Seal is his mom and daddy. So I don't co-parent. I don't have any grandkids. And even if I did, I still wouldn't have to co-parent because the mom and daddy live in the same house. So, hold on. No glasses on. Hold on. I had a special needs child. I didn't hit him because he didn't understand. So to get through to him, I had to talk to him. Right. I mean, I do think that if you're going to spank your kids, you also need to talk to them and tell them why they got punishment. I think that you need for them to understand. And I think that's where, because there are things that I wish my mom had to talk to me about as opposed to spanking me and just telling me don't do it again. So I think that if you're going to spank them, they need to know why, and they need to know why this extent, and they need to understand that, because just I didn't understand. So even though I might have stopped doing what I was doing, I started doing other things that I didn't get caught at. Just so you know. But does anybody have any grandkids and are and your child and the other parent is co-parenting and their co-parenting affects you? Okay. And I can see why you would feel that. And I can see why kids would see it as an act of violence, because everything that we do to our kids, bad or good, our kids are taking that into consideration. They are making that a part of who they are. And I think that the world gives our kids quite enough bad stuff that when we give them bad, it affects them differently. So, yeah. I'm not talking about the spanking. I just use that as an example because, as I said, she didn't get pop pop, but she said she got pop pop. And so now imagine if she would have said that not to her dad, but to her mom and her mom's side of the family. And everybody is not what's the word I'm looking for? Everybody does not know how to handle situations in a tactful manner. You know what I mean? So I have seen, and everybody don't like the parent, the other parent, and the family that goes along with it. Make no mistake about it. Just because you got kids by somebody, don't mean the person you got kids family like you. And I would love to know how many grandparents are in this chat or see this live who right now wish their child had a baby by somebody else. But I have two granddaughters. They don't live with me, and they are 14 and 17. And they are in their own house with my son and his wife. Right, but see, that's not co-parenting. That is what we wish for our kids. That our kids don't have kids until they're in a marriage or a very stable relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but that's not reality. Cause that got me talking to Nick too. We were talking about that too. And he was talking about relationships because I was laughing about I do their mother is very rough on them. Okay. Okay. I have a 12-year-old grandson. Right. When does when Miss Tells the Truth and Dina has the parent that you didn't have done something that you didn't like to your grandbaby, and you had to um what's what I'm looking for? You had to confront them, or you felt like you needed to confront them. What happened? What they do? Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. We can't raise our kids. Not our job. I was talking to somebody. I was talking to my best friend, and she was talking about how once her sister, I had to bite my lip. My best friend was talking about once her sister had kids, how him and his mother lived with me. Oh, okay. But do the daddy live with you too? Is the daddy your son? Or is the daughter your son, Dina? I mean, is the daughter yours or is the son yours? My bad. um, I forgot what I was talking about. Hold on. You had to bite your lip. Yeah. Yeah, we was talking about how when her sister, who was younger than her, had a baby, that her mother tried to be the mama instead of the grandmama. And it went so far as she would tell her what to do, what not to do, and the child would come to her instead of going to a mama, and instead of going to his mama, and she would get mad if somebody said, "You are not the mama, you are the grandmama." So I mean, I think that it's just a way of life that people are having kids with people that they're not with. Not really. And it's just not really. Just because you girlfriend and boyfriend don't mean y'all supposed to be parents together. Y'all still figuring out how to be girlfriend and boyfriend. You damn sure can't be husband and wife. So now you got this baby. and you can barely take care of yourself. So now you got other people helping you take care of it. So you got your side and you got your side and the other person's side. So now you're the co-parents, but you got a co-family. And how does that work out? Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? Do we leave it to the justice system to because the justice system said, well, they have full custody, you can't do this. I mean, it's just so much. We had kids. And when does it affect the kids? I mean, not the kids, the parents. Not the parents. Y'all excuse me. My brain's still a little foggy. When does it affect the co-families? Because that's what we are, with co-families. When you bring a kid into this world and you have a family that supports you, this family is supporting that kid. It's just like when you send your babies to the other house and you send clean, fresh clothes and the baby's hair is done, and then the baby come back to you in dirty clothes with busted hair, who do you talk to? Do you talk to the grandparents? Do you talk to the parents? Do you talk to your child? Or do you just not say anything? When does co-parenting affect the co-families? And what can we do about it? We can't stop them from having babies. Because you would have thought in 2020, 2021, we wouldn't have young people having babies at the rate they're going. But they are. 15, 16, 17-year-olds looking at Teen Mom on the TV thinking that's a flex. You got people that barely like each other having babies. You know what I'm saying? So, what can we do about it? I don't know. We didn't have to deal with that, you know? Back in the day, everybody used to get spanked. Grandmama, everybody tapped that booty. You do something, you liable to get it, liable to get that pop, you liable to get that shoe, you liable to get that switch. I popped them thighs today. You know, parents, families could talk. But nowadays you have so much more going on in these kids' lives. And you have people that barely like each other. Hold on. It's my daughter and his father live in Arizona. If my grandson is acting up, I will tell his mother and she will deal with him. Now, if I'm watching him, he don't be acting up. He don't acting up. He scares. Oh, he's scared of you. Well, see, you have instilled a healthy amount of fear in the baby. The baby know it's not gonna go down. Baby know I'm just not gonna give you what you want. I don't like it, but I don't like disrespect. I mean, hey, Mr. Wise. I I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I was scared to get spanked. I don't know if I was scared. I don't know about that, y'all. I don't remember. Because I was just telling Nick today, it's been 40 years almost since I was a teenager. I round stuff up, about to be 55. So it's been about, I stopped being a teenager when I turned 20. So I about to be, so it's 34 years. So 35 years since I've been a teenager. And I just don't remember. I wasn't scared of my mom. That was my boo. Regardless of the beating. Because once the pain was over with, shoot, I was punished. I was through. I go back and do it again. Or not. I mean, come on now. I don't know why we assume an ass woman. I don't know why parents, and I say we because I'm a parent, I don't know why we assume an ass woman is going to stop. They're never going to do it again. It's never going to happen. Come on now. But Like I said, it's the co-parenting part. Oh no, no, we were talking about co-parenting and how co-parenting affects others. Others, I mean the co-families. Because I'm not talking about when the mother and the father of the child are together. That's not co-parenting. They may not be married, but that's a family. That's mama, dad, a kid. Boom. But when does co-parenting affect others? And that's when we started talking about spanking. Because I ain't, no, I'm not talking about that kind of spanking, Mr. Wise. I don't know, it's crazy when you think of you raise your kids this way, they raise their kids this way. You don't like the way they raise their kids. They don't like the way you raise kids. You see what I'm saying? I mean, because when there's a nuclear family, when it's mom, dad, 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 mom, mom, and the kid, they push both of the outsides out. You be grandparents. You be grandparents. You ain't got nothing to do with this. You ain't got nothing to do with this. But when there's co-parenting going on, because these people are separate people, because these people are separate people, and they're separate entities who happen to have a baby together, then it becomes harder. Hold on one second. Mika, I'm about to look at it. I think it's easier to co-parent if the child is younger, because when they're older, I think it is totally different. They have a totally different mindset. This is true. When the kids are older, they can articulate more what's going on. When kids are young, kids are not, most kids, and I'm not going to say all, because um, I do believe that serial killers come out that way. I don't think nothing. I think that environment can change them. So I think that there are some kids that are setting fires and killing animals. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't talking about them. We're just talking about regular kids. I think when kids get older and they can articulate their feelings and they can articulate what's going on, I think that then you need to make it a situation to where your kids are comfortable talking to you, so that maybe we can avoid punishment altogether. Because I told you we was talking, and he came down here and I asked him what he wanted to eat, and then we started talking. So he decided to wait for his food to come out. So the food came, and during that time we were just talking about the topic we're on now, and I think that a lot of kids, it starts when they're younger, do not come to their parents. They don't come to their family, period. And I think that's what happens when they're scared of their mom, their dad, their grandmom, their granddaddy. And I didn't know he felt that way. I didn't know that was going on with her in school. I didn't know that this had happened. I didn't know, because the kids are not coming to you telling you stuff. They're acting out. They're doing things to get your attention. And kids, the reality is that when a kid does something normal or good, I honestly don't care how others treat their kids. But the one thing has to change is communicating. This is true. If a child does something good or something good that they're always doing, do we really pay attention to that? Oh, that's great, baby. My granddaughter's definitely scared of their mom. But a child acts out. Thank you, Rico. A child acts out to get your attention is probably going to do something bad, because that will get your attention. Doing something good might get a pat on the head, a pat on the back. That's great. Keep up the good work. But it won't get your attention. That's why kids act out and do bad stuff. Kids that are going through bad times or hard times or something stressful, um, and they want your attention and don't know how to get it, they act out. And then you punish them. And then they don't tell you what they want you to know. It's a vicious cycle. And that's why sometimes I just stop and talk, and I ask Nick what's going on, anything going on in school. You know, I tell him if you can't talk to somebody, right, be enthusiastic when they do something good. I mean, I don't think you should always be your kid's cheerleader, but if you hear, because you know, I'm quick. That's my baby. I mean, even if he kind of sucks a little bit, I ain't gonna hoop him up and tell him, that was awesome. I'm like, you was a little bad, but you was better than you was last time. But either way, while he doing it, he gonna feel like he is LeBron slash Jordan slash Tom Brady. Even if he's not. And then when he's done, and when he's done his best, because you made him feel like he could do his best, then you go like, well, look, that was good. But tomorrow, let's try this. Because your kid will come talk to you. But I mean, we've gotten off but I guess it still is. When does co-parenting affect the other families? Because I feel like as a family, if we got kids that make us a family, we should be able to go, hey, this, and the third, without wondering if I can talk to the other grandmama or the other granddaddy, or wondering if I need, you see what I'm saying? That's the thing. I think that now when people are having kids, if they tell me to lower my voice, I'm going to, yes, Mr. Baby, I will embarrass your soul, your spirit. Tell me I'm too loud, okay? Don't tell me how to cheer for you. No. I will make sure the whole stadium see me. That's Nick Bob over there. Yup. And his face will get red for a little bit, but he'll be like, that's my mama. You know what I'm saying? No, his face be a little balled up. Oh, mom, damn. But on the inside, he be like, that's my mama. Got me hyped. Let's go. Even if they don't want to say it. See, that's what now, as I'm going around thinking about the co-parenting thing, think about it. Would you be mad if the other side of your family didn't cheer for your baby the way you cheer for You see what I'm saying? That's when, I don't know. It's crazy to me. I know. It's just so much. Do you get mad when they don't want to cheer your baby on? I know my loud mouth. I don't care what they say. Right, but if you get mad if the other side's not cheering for your baby the way you cheer for your baby? Would you get mad if they don't show up like you show up? And I ain't talking about just little kids. I'm talking about big kids too. I don't know why people think parenting stops at 21. Parenting don't never stop. Being your kids' cheerleader don't never stop. Wanting the best for your kids, that don't never stop. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry. So, I was going to go here a little bit earlier, but I had to get Nick 8 fed. That 17-year-old. You have to feed him like in the zoo when you're throwing steaks in the lion den. So you won't have nothing crazy going on. So, it took me a little time to come on. But, I don't know why people, I don't know why people think parenting stops at 21. I cheer for everybody, kids. I don't care. Because I think that kids need to know that you don't have to be LeBron. You don't have to be Michael Jordan. You don't have to be Tom Brady. You don't have to be any of them to be great. And I think that kids come on now. You on the football field and the fans steering up to cheer because you just threw that touchdown. Imagine if nobody doing it. Imagine if you look up there and your mama ain't doing it. That's all right, baby. I got you. I'm your auntie now. Let's cheer for these babies. Even if the other team, this one little boy had a pretty run. He had a pretty run. Oh, he ran my babies down. Just ooh. But I couldn't even be mad at him. I was cheering for him. And it was like, that's the other team. I said, but did you see what he just did? You gotta hype that up. I mean, I guess I'm all for the kids. They ain't even got to be mine. I'm not crazy with it. I ain't gonna tell nobody else how to raise their kids. I ain't gonna tell nobody else what should go on in their house. Cause I'm gonna tell you, the only person that really has to deal with the consequences to your actions is you. So if you're doing something in your house that you shouldn't be doing, if you're not hype, if you're not your kids' number one hype man, if you and your family and they other family ain't they number one hype man, you're doing it wrong. However, thank you, Mr. Wise. That's how I feel. I feel like you never know what your smile, what your cheer, what your pat on the back, what your handshake, what your words can do for a kid that ain't even yours. A kid that don't even know you. You never know. So I think I would have an attitude if the other family wasn't hyping up my kid the way I do. As a matter of fact, I know I would. If you don't show up for events the way when I don't care how old they are either. Make no mistake about it. For all the kids that live in this house, I don't care how old they are. If somebody make them feel some kind of way, I'm feeling some kind of way with them, and I'm liable to say something because I'm old enough not to care. I'm old enough to understand the consequences of my actions and act accordingly. But yeah, I mean, good night. So, because when I was talking to Nick, and we were talking about kids and stuff, and I was telling him, I said the reality is just wait till my daughter graduates in 2023. Don't get put out of the place with the bullhorn. You know how they love to talk about folks showing out at graduations, because you know, as soon as we see our baby, because you know, oh, my baby graduate next year. Hush. Yes, 2023. That's when they graduate, baby. I'm so ready for all, baby. When I tell you I might be borrowing that bullhorn, hopefully they ain't on the same days. My baby, his cap and gown. I cannot wait for prom. I told him, I said, let me tell you something. Enjoy. I want you to hit all your milestones, have all your fun, go to all your proms, go to all your dances, and have a great time. Be a kid. But I can't imagine. I mean, we're not physically near the other parent. So it is not because I wouldn't let him hang out. It's just proximity. But I think I would feel some kind of way if they didn't hype my baby up. I feel like it'd be on and popping. But that's just me. And like I said, I can't tell nobody how to raise their kids, including my kids. I can't tell Brittany Charles how to raise their child if they have one. I know, baby. You better get your back. And we may not be there with you, Miss Tell the Truth, but I promise you we'll be there in spirit. Know that in spirit, we're up here hyping your baby up when she graduates. Yes, ma'am. So I can't tell. As much as I want to, and as much as my grandparent brain thinks that gives me the ability to tell my kids how to parent, it doesn't. They just don't. But that being said, even though I love my Charles family, I feel some kind of way if they would happen on my baby. They do, so I had a problem. But yes, we hyping the babies up. 2023, baby. 2023 is the year to graduating babies. But I feel some kind of way. I think we'd be scrapping on some level. No, I wouldn't take it that far. I don't think. The younger me would have. The older me wouldn't. But the younger me might have fought somebody. The older me been like, I just ain't messing with the folks no more. But I think where kids are concerned, I can understand. I can understand if somebody came home and told me that they popped me. I'm like, who is you? What you do? Oh, well, I did this. Well, you know they poppers. Now, if it goes so far as to do something else, then, but little pop, I think I'd be alright with that. You know what I mean? But I think I would still feel some kind of way. But do you feel different if your kids are married and taking care of their kids than if they're co-parenting and taking care of their kids? Anybody in the chat like that? Got a married parents? Because I know, I think Miss Tales Truth has married parents. Do anybody else have not married co-parenting kids in the house? Is it different with the other families? Now, we may not find out in the chat, but if you watch this in the replay and y'all are liking what I'm saying, in the comments down below, tell me how you feel. Is there a difference between married parents and co-parents? And how does it affect the families that come along with these kids? All right, Brenda, you have a good night. Go to watch football. I'm be getting off here in a few minutes anyway. My food is sitting over here looking like it's want to be cold. So, um, and I just wanted to come on, and I hadn't come on. I'm trying to get my real talks back in every Saturday. And Fancy Real Talk's a bit more kitty oriented, but that's all right. But I was just wondering, when co-parenting affects co-families, I think we leave them out. And I think that has become the problem with it no longer takes a village to raise the kids. Because at one point, a village raised the kids. Now, we don't want to hear what nobody got to say. Not our mama, not their mama. So I don't know. Would you still want to keep the baby if the baby told somebody you popped them but you didn't? Even though that's your grandbaby. I don't know, how far do you take things? So, these are all the perils of having babies. There's always been a blend, kids blend families. And I don't think we think about it that way. You can date somebody for 100 years, but if you ain't got no kids, when y'all walk away from each other, y'all ain't got to see each other no more. Y'all don't have a reminder of the other person other than the memories y'all made. But then you bring a kid into the mix, you blending up two families. Because forever and always, these families will be blended by this one child. Or 10, depending upon how many you had. And what do we look at? And what is the responsibility of the families? Not just the parents. What are the responsibilities of the families? Do you feel less responsible because they're not married? Do you feel more responsible because they're not married? Do you feel like as a grandparent you should have some say? Do people think about this shit before they have kids anymore? So I don't know. Our kids are coming on now, mostly just oops babies. You really didn't think about all the stuff that goes with bringing this baby into the world? All the things it entails? All the changes that come along when you have a baby? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm going to close this out. It's been about 45 minutes by the time I get to it. And I hope y'all watch this in the replay. You can date somebody forever. You can even marry them. But the reality is, it is the children that bring the families together, that make the families one, that make the kids, that make the families not his family and her family, but our family. Because you think I'm lying. But how many people really would talk to their daughter-in-law if their son got divorced? How many really would keep up with their son-in-law if their daughter got divorced? It's the kids. And we put so little, they make such a big impact but we really don't give them the thought that they deserve. So that is what this was about. So if you watch us in the replay, how does co-parenting affect the co-families? What is your part in that? Are you the grandmother? Are you the uncle? Are you the cousin? Thank you, Miss Tells the Truth. You have a wonderful night too. Make sure you like this video if you haven't already liked this video, guys. Down in the comments down below, y'all let me know. I didn't think about a lot of this stuff till I started talking, so let me know what I left out. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you didn't. Share this video because it might spark a thought of somebody else's head. Hit that notification. Hey, Leilani. I'm getting ready to get off. Are you going live later on, Leilani? Excuse me, y'all. Leilani, you going live? I can always text you. You going live later on, Leilani? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that every time don't send alerts. Because she's not here. I don't know why they don't send. Okay. My phone on the charger now because it wasn't on the charge from before. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Tomorrow's bingo. Y'all know it's bingo Sunday. Sunday fun day. So I don't know what time we'll do that. Sometime in the afternoon. Hope y'all had a glorious weekend. I hope y'all have a great night. I hope this year is going and proceeding the way you want it to. Give a big shout out to all my moderators who came in here and handled business like nobody's business. I really appreciate you, Bomb Squad. I love your support and I appreciate it. I am blessed and highly favored to have a Bomb Squad at my back. So this is Lisa. This is Real Talk. And when does co-parenting affect the co-families? I love you guys. I'll see you later. Peace.